This is a video response to Grappling Ignorance video about what's tough about your job. And I'd have to say my job can be pretty challenging. I'm a software developer, but I work on the client side, and I work with a myriad of technologies, anywhere from JavaScript to XML to Java to CSS, HTML, Ajax, the whole technology stack on the client. But I work with a company that is a enterprise level company that has a product that is quite a large people, I don't know how you describe it, people management product, but it's got e-learning and productivity tools and management tools. And the project that I'm currently working on, that I've been working on for the last 3 years, is a social networking, intranet type social networking for companies. Like large companies might want to buy this this product to have in-house social networking where other employees can connect to each other and collaborate on projects and whatnot. And I get to work at home, which is an advantage and a disadvantage. It's a disadvantage in the sense that I tend to work more when I'm at home because it's just so easy to sit down at the computer. So I'm on it for, seems like all day long sometimes. I often miss breakfast because I get up and I get on the computer and I gotta get on a meeting because half of our team is in India. So there's that challenge there. We have to either have a early morning meeting or a late night meeting to discuss issues with the team in India, because we're doing work during the day here while they're sleeping, and they're doing work during the day there when we're sleeping. And so it's a challenge to get enough sleep sometimes. Right now it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm still up. I'm about to go to bed. Unfortunately, I don't have a meeting tomorrow morning, but just trying to coordinate technical efforts between people across the world. I mean, it's 12 and a half hours difference over there. So that's a challenge. And we're developing a lot of new stuff all the time. So it's a challenge to get all the framework designs together and get the people on the same page to understand what's to be built and to figure out how to build it and get around. I mean, the biggest challenge for me is just getting around all the cross-browser issues, because we have an enterprise level product that has to run on various browsers and various versions of the browsers, everything from Firefox to Safari to IE to Chrome, and whether it's on the PC or the Mac, and there's just all those challenges of getting the code to work on all those browsers. And it's interactive stuff, so it's not the straight, old school static content, make a web page and put it up. So I mean, there's a whole system underneath behind that on the server side, and to try to figure out that division between what can the client do versus what should the server do, and to minimize the throughput and ways to compress the code and minimize the traffic. And it's an endless thing. And of course, project management wants new features all the time. They're always getting requests from the customers and trying to meet the customer's needs and figure out what features we can put in the product with what time and what resources we have, and just getting it all together and all working, and then testing it and making sure it works and going back and fixing bugs, and just the different phases and the documentation and the trying to just coordinate it all and get it all done. And it's never done. The documentation lags behind, and the feature's incomplete, or we have some refactoring that needs to be done to support some way to make it work, to make it easier for the developers to develop their code. And because I work on the platform end, so I'm developing the platform upon which the developers will build the actual application. So I was on the platform for a while, and then I got moved to the dev team. So I've been on both ends of it, been developing part of the application. Now I'm being moved back to the framework team to come back and revamp the framework, or get it cleaned up, to pick up the pieces that we never quite got to before, but also to incorporate a new module into this system, so now that we can combine the the social enterprise application with another module, and we're combining the learning system, integrating that into it. So now we've got multiple products coming together, and we've got different code bases, code lines that we have to work from, and it's just gets mind-boggling after a while. And they're just trying to have the appropriate development tools on my system, and communicating with the right people to get me configured properly, because things are changing and everything's always in flux. And we've got new tools. We're looking at a new bug tracking system, and this will be like the third time we've changed our bug tracking system. And then we've got unit testing that we're supposed to set up, and for some reason my computer's got some issue on it where I can't even install certain things, and I'm developing a chat application, and I can't install a chat server on here because of this problem. So I have to use another computer, and I have to hook it up to the network and talk to that. And it's endless. It's just endless. And that's all I do. That's all that's in my head all day long, is code, and trying to figure out how to make it all work, and then trying to squeeze it all in the time that I've got. Drives me nuts sometimes. Anyway, that's my story.